So this is payload rigid A2, made for the 72-hour jam. I have not played it. I tested with bots to see like how the spawns worked and stuff. This feedback is not based off of like my testing with the bots. It's just this general feedback on the layout and some things I would change. Let's just start at blue spawn. This courtyard at the beginning, well, let's just do blue spawn. Blue spawn, you can go left and come out over here, or you could go right and come out by the cart. I think this little courtyard thing works fine. It probably will work okay because everybody's piling out into it. What doesn't work, I don't think, is a spawn exit right here. This to me seems like an interesting room to defend from and like set up like a base for the defending team. Unfortunately, there's an attacking team spawn right here. So, and this whole area feels a little bit cramped. So what I would do if I were you, you don't have to do this, but I would make this building, or some version of this building, maybe make this room smaller or something, into actually part of the map and make it like a route. Like remove these doors, make it not a spawn room. And then I'd put blue spawn room somewhere back here. And so give you like an exit, like maybe make this door behind the cart, make that like a spawn exit. And maybe like something into like these rooms over here. Basically just make it sort of like more of a like, there's a little bit more going on at the beginning. The biggest issue with stage 1 I have is this hallway. Except for this tiny door, which I'll get to in a moment. The entire enemy team, or like imagine you're on a 24-player server. There's 12 people going this way, up this hallway, and 12 people going down this way. In one hallway that the objective has to go through. It might work. I don't know. I have not actually played it. It could work fine. It just seems like it would be terribly choky and horrible for everyone involved, in my opinion. Keep in mind that is only my opinion. Now, the attacking team does get this one-way door out to here, but there's no indication that it exists. Yeah, there's this ramp up out of spawn, but there's no signage that tells you it's up here. It comes out in a sort of strange, maybe too powerful spot. It's weird. But the thing is, spawn as it currently stands, the cart starts in like a dead end over here.
Stay close, guys.
And you're going this way and you're going uphill the entire time. So when you respawn and spawn, you subconsciously go, okay, well the cart started over there, it went that way. So I'm going this way and this is uphill, I need to go uphill. So when I was just like running around and stuff, like when I tested the bots to see if the like spawns and stuff worked and like how it worked and stuff, I took this exit every single time. Because one, I didn't even know that was up there till I like flew around the spectator and went, does this open after the first point is capped? Or because there's other doors in this map that only open once the car gets to a certain point, so, and they have the same hand door thing on them, so I just kind of assumed that they were the same thing, but they weren't. I highly recommend for these doors that open once you get to a certain point, I recommend Yearsy's locked door texture. It was originally made for Reactor, my map, plug. To signal that this door is locked, it will become open in the future. Let's see, I'm trying to keep this as short as I can, while giving as much content as I can. Yeah, this area seems sort of fine. I'd put some sort of ramp to get up here because it's annoying to jump up here. Lots of ammo in this area, that might be fine, I don't know. Yeah, this area. I'd almost like take this building and like chop it off, so like right here, and then put some sort of route into it, and then up here, so that you get like a flank route, and then maybe close this door, because you come out here, you come out like right at the point. You could, like, as soon as you get around this corner with the payload, there's no reason to go that way at all if you know the map. You can literally just go up here and you're at the point, like, really, really quickly. The defending team has a much, much longer route to get there, so it seems like, yes, it's cramped and tight, but it seems like blue almost has too much of an advantage? I don't know. I have not tested it. That's just my thoughts. I like the idea of this control point in a tunnel. It probably would be a cool choke. I haven't tested it. This route just seems sort of boring over around here. This, I think, is an issue because the attacking team, before they've even captured the point, they can come up here and they can hold the area past the point. They get a high ground. Well, you can argue, well, the defending team has this. They have to go, like the defending team has this to defend, like, up here and stuff and stop countering them. To get there, they have to go past the high ground. So, I don't know how you would fix that. I like this high ground being here. I think it's interesting. And I don't think you should put a thing that, like, opens up once the capture point is captured. But I don't know, it just feels like... to me it seems like a bad idea to let people hold the area past the capture point before they've captured it. It might work with actual people. Again, you'll have to test it. These are just my ideas. This section, this will end up mostly helping attackers, probably, because there's such a massive height advantage. Even if you hide a sentry gun down here as the defending team, there's no way you can hold out long against it. If the attacking team is all, like, up here and stopping reinforcements from ever coming and helping you, or they killed the NG and there's just a thing here, this won't hold out long. So treat this as like an offensive base if you aren't already, because that's probably what it'll end up playing as. This corner is concerning to me. I don't know if... I haven't played it, don't know if it'll work well. It just seems like the attacking team gets high ground from their spawn. The spawn has issues, I'll talk about those in a moment. It just seems they have sort of like a high ground, and then they are the only ones that can, like, get into this building up here easily. Other than, like, scouts and soldiers and stuff, but it seems like almost like you should put a little something here, like a pipe sticking out, or just like a little box or something, so other classes can try to get up here and push through. I know you have this, but again, it's right in line with the other thing, so basically I fear it will just turn to a spam fest down these two hallways with no, just basically sheer force, no strategy. Although sometimes you gotta have that in your maps. This thing, once the cart, you did a good job of communicating that this is something special. When the cart passes this, these open. Yeah, these open, and these open. I don't remember if they are in fire. SSPL. Cap, what's it called? Nos path. Just a second, I'm trying to figure something out. Push zone. Start touch.
Keep moving, guys.
I'm just gonna increase post time scale real quick. Card will just fly along up to here.
Stay by the car.
Yeah, I don't know if those are windows. It should be fine.
March, you lazy bums.
I don't know. It's
For
Yeah, I'll explain it once those open.
Congratulations. We have
Keep
been
pushing
awarded
it.
additional time.
I stopped the clock if you're wondering why the clock isn't working. I paused the
Little help
timer.
pushing the cart.
Okay.
What the hell? Who stopped
Okay.
pushing the cart?
Okay, so these are just like things. Okay. Now from here you can see all the way to this bridge, which is the only defense you really have on final. For the defending team. You also get massive high ground over final, which, again, just my opinion, but I don't think that's necessarily a good thing, because that gives you massive advantage. Capturing that also opens this door over here, which leads to a drop down. I don't know if this gives you damage. Let's find out. No, it's not tall enough to give you damage. And there's a health kit here anyways. So this is an incredibly powerful position, like right at the end. Like, it's basically you can go around all the enemy defenses and sneak in, and you got a medium health kit. And the enemies can't go back this way. I don't know if this is a good idea. It just seems like a bad idea to me. Boop-a-doop-doo. In general, I think this area is pretty much fine, except my biggest complaint is this bridge, the actual final itself, and this spawn. All of red spawns at this point for the entirety of the round, regardless of what point you are on. So, red has to start here, have to go... Like, on capture point 1, they gotta go out this door. They have to go, okay, I gotta go off here, maybe up here, or if they're following the tracks, they go all the way around. Okay, here's capture point 1, okay. Now the enemies are all the way down here. So during setup, they come all the way this way, see that door is shut, and then, like, assume that this is the only path that enemies can take. And they can come out that door. Yeah, basically it's a very long route that's not clearly marked. You might want to have some arrows or signs or something. But my biggest complaint is that there is only one spawn exit, and that spawn exit has a massive like height advantage over final, and exits right out onto sniper sightline at the end, like once final is started. So I'd maybe cover or make 2 of those windows glass or something, or just add a little bit of cover, do something. But my suggestion for final would be get rid of this little building up here, or I don't know what you do with it, just do something else, but make it so that you spawn here going this way during point 1, so like up here you could leave all this bridge and stuff, but then during point 2 make them spawn down here. Now give them a room over here and then make them like have like a little underneath thing over here, so there's a little like place you can set up a sentry and defend final sort of, but then make like another one of these things but going out this way, like out that way, with the spawn exit here, but then also have a, like in this what would be spawn room, have a staircase that goes up to this exit. So now there's 2 spawn exits at all time, one above and one below over here, but spawn people down here facing this way during second, so that you come out and you're like a little distanced from the cart, and oh shoot, there's people on the other side of the cart pushing, I gotta like shoot or something, or you gotta run up here and dive bomb from above. But this would encourage people, because most people just blindly run straight for the first exit they see. Everybody would come out over here, and I think it would provide a little bit more interesting final fight, and give blue a chance to like sort of maybe take the high ground. But actually giving blue like access to the high ground all the way to the spawn seems sort of like a bad thing to me. Maybe like cut it off up here. Here, wait, I'll grab some ammo real quick. Maybe cut it off here, like at this line. So they can shoot up here and maybe set up a... because then they could set up like a base up here and red can't stop them. Basically, try to prevent... I'd try to find some way to stop blue from getting like onto this platform without effort. Because right now they could just go, oh, the fighting's all happening over there, I'm just gonna pop up here, slide over here, and then just suicide onto the cart. Yeah, those are my issues with final, those are my issues with the general layout. I was a bit all over the place, I didn't really have a script I practiced beforehand, but made up a lot of it as I went. Yeah, but I think it has some interesting ideas. I like the location of this point, and it's fairly, it looks nice for an A1, or A2, and there's some like interesting, like the mini Badwater, as you said, and I think the idea behind final and like this like room that opens up, I think those are interesting ideas, and like the general design of the map is interesting, but it just has some issues with choke points and like other things. Yeah. Also, on final, it's still a very long trek for blue up until this is grabbed. You might want to, I don't know, yeah, basically I heard from somebody at one point that you want both the attackers and defenders to reach the objective at the same time. For payload, it's not the same as like a capture point where like it's literally one static objective, but say like try to sync it up so that the respawn time, if two demo men were killed like here at the same time, one from the attacking team, one from the defending team, the attacking team's respawn time should be short enough that they can respawn, run all the way to here and touch the cart, and at that exact moment the person on the defending team would have respawned and is able to touch the cart. So you want to try to sync them up so that red has a longer respawn time, but so that the fight is focused right here. Yeah. Yeah. So that in the build up to final, red can't quite respawn fast enough and blue can get there slightly, but as you get closer and closer to the end of the tracks, they become more and more equal until red has maybe even a slight advantage. Also, for the final, because it's sort of anticlimactic, it just literally goes off a cliff. I'd recommend putting a little pile of rubble or something, have a short rollback zone of some sort, so that even if you do get close and they do like a ninja save, it rolls back and you get a little bit more of a cushion, so it just doesn't, so it's not like right at the edge about to fall in and there's absolutely nothing but you can do other than hold it for the like 20 seconds or whatever it is till it rolls back. Yeah. So those are my thoughts on Rigid A2. I'm looking forward to trying it. It has some interesting ideas, but in general, it needs more signage, less chokiness, I guess, and the final needs work. Yeah. Oh, and one other thing. This thing here, I do what was done on Snowy Coast. When you capture the thing that like opens the big door at the end of Snowy Coast, the cart cannot roll back after that point because, yeah, I don't know, just like a little thing to like, if you make final like harder to cap, you might want to make this so that you can't roll backwards past this point, because the only thing in any official map that does this is that like opens doors when you get to a certain point that isn't a capture point is Snowy Coast, and it blocks the cart from going in reverse after that. Last time I checked. Yeah, so that's Payload Rigid A2. Sweet.